Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another Heroes Reborn review. And this is episode 11, and it's called Sending the Clones. And Heroes Reborn came back last night after a month break, and I gotta say, last night's episode was a good episode in my opinion. It wasn't perfect or great, but it was a good episode in my opinion. And it leaves off what happened in the previous episode, and we find out that there is a solar flare that is heading towards the Earth, and it's going to destroy the Earth and people around it living on the Earth. It's going to destroy life also, and we get to see Carlos, Farah, Taylor, and the Haitian, and they're all trying to save Micah from Sunstone Manor, and Carlos is trying to save his nephew Oscar and Father Mauricio. I think that's how you pronounce the last name of that character from Sunstone Manor, and they all end up splitting up. And Taylor and the Haitian find Matt Parkman, and Parkman wants to go into the future to live and try to get away from the Earth being destroyed by the solar flare. And he ends up capturing Taylor, and he wants clues as to why Taylor hates Erica, her mother. And we find out that there's a baby that, that Taylor was going to have, and Erica doesn't know about it. And then we see at Gateway, which is in the future, Tommy finds out why Miko is on a mission to save him. And Tommy Nathan shows Miko the Ninth Wonders comic, which explains the future. And we all know about the Ninth Wonder comics from the original series, where it told Heroes' future and what's going to happen in season 1 in the future, and them trying to stop the bomb from destroying New York. And and there's a little Easter egg if you watch the original series. There's a scene where Tommy and Miko look at the end of the comic, and you see Isaac Mendez's picture, just the one that created painted all these pictures that told the future. If you watch the original series in season 1. We also find out that Miko is dying, and Tommy ends up sending Miko to Sunstone Manor, and she ends up, when she gets there, she ends up having a battle with Harris, and it's a pretty cool battle, and she ends up shoving a sword into her and also Harris, and then chopping Harris's head off, killing him, and also with the clones, his clones. Also, Melina and Luke, they're on the hunt to go look for Noah, to find Noah, which Noah doesn't appear in this episode. And so both of them end up going to look for Noah, and later on they are stopped by one of Harris's clones, and also Phoebe and Quentin, and all of them are coming after Melina and Luke. And they try to keep them away by going into a cornfield, and Melina ends up getting captured by Phoebe's powers, which leads to Luke knocking out Phoebe, and knocking her out cold, and shooting a fireball at the Harris clone. And Luke wants both Phoebe and Quentin to give them answers as to where Tommy is. And so they end up, Melina and Luke end up, taking Phoebe and Quentin to Odessa as to where to find Tommy. Carlos ends up saving Micah from, a pod, because Micah was in a pod, and he uses his powers to connect and broadcast live for the entire world. And Micah ends up telling the world what the Renaras are doing, and what Erica is doing to the Evos. And while Carlos is trying to save Micah. One of the guards ends up shooting Father Mauricio. I think that's how you pronounce the character's last name. But so yeah, that's what happens. And then at the end, Erica recruits Joanne to kill Melina and Luke. And at the end of the episode ends with the others going to Odessa, and then we see like the solar flare starts heading towards the Earth, and then it just ends, with the to be continued, and pretty much setting up, what to expect for the finale, which I think is good. So yeah, so Heroes Reborn, episode 11, Sending the Clones. Good episode, like I said, good episode in my opinion. Wasn't perfect or great, but I enjoyed it. I like, even though it's jumping, forward into the future all the time, for the episode. Throughout the episodes, jumping into the future and jumping to the present time. So it's getting a little, confusing though. But anyways, it was a good episode. Wasn't perfect or great, but I liked it. So, but yeah. So anyways, that's it for my review of Heroes Reborn, episode 11, Sending the Clones. Thank you all for watching, and until next video, I'll see you all later.